Buddy, I'm going to do a short video of some of the things I did to help both reduce the noise and dampen the vibration on my Excalibur Micro 335 Nightmare Witching Hour. Started off with getting a Danny Miller Flemish string and baby bumpers, getting some limb saver strips, putting on the outside of the stirrup, wrapped it with paracord, and sprayed it several times with the spray Plasti Dip. Also put a small piece of foam in between the stirrup and the riser. Also what I did was shrink tubed the arrow retention arm and did a little bit of limb saver stuff on top of that as well. Wrapped the buttstock with paracord and made a slight extension of it using mini cell foam about a ½ inch thick. After I got that, I sprayed it with the Plasti Dip, which, right here, after I taped everything off, and then dipped it several times in sand to give it a non-slip surface. After I did that, I got a few more limb saver strips and put them along the barrel itself, which you can see right there, to see if I could kind of, anticipate where the shock and the vibration was going to come through. Most of you know that when you shoot a recurve, they sometimes do feel like a small earthquake in your hands. That's just how they are. That's what I've experienced anyway, especially with this one. Other things I went ahead and did was on my Munch mount, which I highly recommend. Great quiver holder and excellent for balance. Is went and mounted two-phase tape underneath of the quiver mount itself. Put some limb saver stuff on top of and underneath to quiet and dissipate the vibration and the noise. Wrapped the arms or the post with paracord, and then took shrink tubed it, and then wrapped a little bit more around it with the other type of paracord. What I also did is I took rubber gaskets or washers and put them in between all the points of connection of where the screws and the arms meet. Other things I went ahead and did was I took some more limb savers and cut them and put them along the scope mounts on both sides, and one small piece up underneath the mount on the arrow retention rod itself from underneath. Now, flipping to the other side. Apologize for the light, it's about to rain here any minute, so I went ahead and took the same mini cell and took the cheek piece off, mounted it to the back of the cheek piece, Plasti Dipped it, spray painted it, and put it back on, and that definitely did help with taking some of the vibration out of my jaw and my cheek. Went ahead also and put two pieces of limb saver strips side by side underneath of it right there, and also put them on this side and the other side of the stock itself. Now what I also did was, as some of you know, with the micros, the one piece here, even though it looks cool, I found that if I took a couple small strips of mini cell, cut them, double face taped them and wrapped them, and then also wrapped it with paracord, it does help with the vibration as far as when you go to shoot. Some other things that you can't see is I took the riser off and took that same mini cell and stuffed strips up into the barrel itself. Some of you use spray foam, some of you use silicone. I just had the mini cell handy, so I used that instead. After I got it in there, I took the Plasti Dip, sprayed the end of it a little bit, sprayed where everything connects, and put everything back on once it dried. This stuff right here is not silicone, it's actually Model Magic from Crayola. It's a foam slash modeling clay, lightweight. So I filled the voids top and bottom, let it dry, and then painted it with ultra flat Rust-Oleum camo black. Other things I did with the riser itself was piece of strip right here of limb saver, as well as right here where the connections is. What I also did too is when I had the barrel off, was in the foregrip itself, There's 4 grooves, 4 slots, empty voids. I took the mini cell, cut them, and put them in there to help with the echo that I thought was coming through there. Maybe it was myself, or maybe it was just, you know, something I felt, but I figured since I had it off and they were there, I'd fill them. Other than that, I also, for the quiver itself, I took some mini cell and put a little bit behind to get rid of the rivel, the rattle, and when it connects and everything, just tighten it up, and there we go. Now, what I also did, some of you who may have the munch mount may experience this with the scopes, is that the cap when it comes up, you can't do it as far as flip it over. So what I did is I took some double face tape and put it on the top of the cap and on the bottom of the quiver itself, and put magnets there. That way I don't have to worry about it coming off, and it works great so far. After that, just for some finishing touches, I had the stock, the munch mount in the stirrup rewrapped with a different type of paracord. A little bit more of aesthetics, also kind of help with the vibration and noise. And this right here along the cheek piece kind of actually helps put my eye a little bit better where I want it on the scope. A little bit of non-slick, and I figure in the cold, if by some chance I don't have my face mask on, it's not going to be face on plastic, which will help insulate a little bit. Other than that, I think that's basically the gist of what I've done. It does shoot a little bit quieter, and I do feel less vibration. And overall, it's a great shooting bow, and I love it. Hope I did explain this a little bit better than I could have with pictures, and you enjoyed it. Any questions, please feel free to ask. Great, have a good day.